magic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check out. Line 40. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check 37. Check 37. Motion. 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 Check. All right. Shoot.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
12. 51. Hey, exit. Hey, check. Here I come.
Now on second and 16. Luck. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jarrett Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we got man. Big ass. 12.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is caught by Ginn. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Big 20. Double right. 59. Watch the pass. Say. No. Off. Check. Omaha, ready, move.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
On second down now, Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
White. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike, check. 59. 22. Hey, Echo.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. Waiting. Watch the run. Check three. Undercrush.
On first down, Stafford here. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it's going to be second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Slam. Watch that.
Back to the air, Stafford on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zero.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
First down, Chicago.
Go. 51, Mike, 51. Let's get off the field.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey. You got 3 down. Bang.
Out of the gun, Locke. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Lions nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Alright, 622. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now it's Locke. The screen pass here to Cohen. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Check out. Right, 40. Check nickel. Check 31.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Check out. Right, 675. On the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
We got 4. 11. Hey, box truck.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Stay 50, stay 50. Check your hot read. 25.
Play action. Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Stafford now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here.
He's cracked. 10. Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check the backer. Middle. Slam. Stick with it.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, Here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll fake it. Now Love. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Get wide. Stay 50, stay 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the gun, here's Luck. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Tight dog. 53. Ready. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
22. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. Hey, hurry. Check safety. Check 21. It's a safety creep. 11. 32. Check 15.
To the air again, Stafford. He's going to go up to Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Don't get nervous. Mexico.
Throwing is long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Draw play. Cohen. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0.
Bombs at midfield. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Show it up. Show it up. Hey, give me radar.
On second down now, Swift, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Lions on 3rd down.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. When my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Time to bring the bass bird. Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the... ...25. They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Luck. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check out. Line 674. Whip. Watch the whip.
This is Cohen. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. Talk about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Check out. 90. Jim. 11. Hey, quick. Go.
On first down, Locke. Robinson's got it. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Operating from the gun. Stafford got it complete to Rodgers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Kill. Mike Fox.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
You got it.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow 80! 59!
On 2nd down, Swift. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
2 times.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run. This is Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
31 yards. And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 38-yard line.
2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hey, Delta. Here we go. 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He finds Robinson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Stay 50. Hey, D-line. Middle. Drill right, 22.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Rodgers brings it in. A very solid gain of 27.
260. Light. Leroy. Hey, 2.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. This complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
40 got. 40 got. Hey, orbit. Check 17.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Again, it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out.
That's caught inside the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Akeem Hicks able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On second down now, Swift. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Hey, Red! Monday! Come on, let's go. Undercrush.
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
32.
On third down, Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, that'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
280. Yo. Single receiver. Hey,
now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Bravo.
Throwing again is Stafford. This is caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run. Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, You have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They try again with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
You got me right. Don't be scared of it. Check.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0.
Check 31.
80 weapon.
Sponge.
Let it go.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. Yellow 80. Yellow 80.
36. 36.
Like 7.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 22.
Switch it. Come here, switch it.
On 3rd down, Swift. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Check out. 540.
On 1st down, Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Red! Check 24.
Stafford now to throw. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Slam. Gracedrummer have it. Hey, high 7. 32.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Easy.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you. Watch the eye.
11.
Mark 30 yards. All you get is a headache. Hey. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Tighten up.
Double right.
Fresno.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Trail right, 22, 59. Hey, Haywood. 59.
Rush in. Check three.
Back to throw. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Out, 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 out. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hurry!
Check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Yeah, that's what I do. Hey! Smooth! Double right!
They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
10. Like 7. Hey, wahoo!
Now it's Stafford. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Alert! 0.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Akeem Hicks. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.